I guess I have to record again. I can't be lazy anymore. Hey everyone, I'm really sorry for the long wait. Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about some of my favorite moments from the One Piece dub. Yeah, I really tricked you with that title, huh? Before you click off, okay, just hear me out, because I'm going to be showing you guys some really awesome scenes, and I really want to see what sub-watchers think of them. I've mentioned this a couple times before, but I strictly only watch dubbed anime. Deal with it. The only exception was Banana Fish, because the anime doesn't have a dub, but whenever an anime dub exists, that's the version I watch. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that dub is better than sub or anything. I just prefer watching dubbed anime over subbed anime because it is easier for me to pay attention to the show. I'm not trying to read subtitles while I watch a fight scene. If you're so damn adamant to read subtitles, why don't you just read the manga? Also, I often watch One Piece when I work out, which makes it harder to read dialogue if I'm doing sit-ups or something like that. And also, I don't think this is a secret, but English is my first language. So obviously, I'm going to want to watch a show in English if the English option is available. And I'm personally a huge fan of the dubs that I've seen in anime. I think that dubs can be really funny and also heartbreaking at times.
Oh, sorry, buddy. Ow! God, let go! I said I'm sorry! Come on, I don't have time to mess around with this! Cut it out, you little brute! Seriously, I do not have time for this!
That hole's where Zoro fell on his ass, right?
Shut up!
Zoro is Zoro. I knew we'd meet again.
That voice... No.
And as a dub enjoyer, the hate that it gets is really aggravating. Like, you're not better than me because you watch the same show as me, but you watch it in Japanese. Like, Japanese people are not gonna fucking praise you, man, if you go to Japan and say, yeah, I watch subbed anime. Like, what, you think they're gonna hail you as their new god? You want a cookie or some shit? Like, it's so annoying to see sub watchers shit on dub watchers. Like, shut up, please. Let people enjoy what they want. I've seen some idiots actually claim that watching dubbed anime means you're not a real fan of the show. If you enjoy something, you're a fan of it. It doesn't matter what language you're experiencing it in. I swear, I lose more brain cells the more I interact with the anime community. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that you're a bad person for preferring sub over dub. Of course not. That's not the point I'm trying to make. I am specifically shitting on the people who watch sub and make fun of the people who watch dub. If you just prefer subbed anime and you don't go out of your way to shit on other anime fans because they don't watch anime in Japanese, and this is not aimed at you. It's just really annoying to see those sub D writers go out of their way to comment, ew, why is this in dub, on literally every reel of a dubbed anime that they see. And most of the arguments that I've seen against dubs are really stupid and don't make any sense. The first main argument, and I think this is the most common one that people use shit on dub, is that the sub actors put way more emotion into their performances than the dub actors do. According to them, dubbed anime just has no emotion, which,
The biggest arguments I see against dub voice acting is that dub voice actors don't give any emotion when compared to the Japanese voice actors. And I think that's honestly a very good point because I don't think there are any dub performances that will absolutely stomp this argument into the ground, right? Like, I definitely did not get chills when I first saw this scene for the first time in dub.
United States of Smash!
And I definitely didn't feel like putting my life on the line when I heard this speech.
My soldiers push forward! My soldiers scream out! My soldiers rage! This is the end for you! I'll die from the shock! Don't... Stop!
What do you think of that? This is my perfect victory! That's right! I win!
Yeah, you know, I agree with them. There's no emotion here whatsoever. Another argument that I see against dub is that the characters voiced by the same people sound too similar to each other. And for one, personally, I actually really like this. I think it's so cool to be watching an anime and you hear a voice that you know and you're like, oh my god, this person also voices that other guy.
Huh, well, what do you know? You went back and fetched my hat for me. Maybe you're not so bad after all. Thanks. Heading northeast gets you the farthest ahead, you know. If you had half a brain cell between you two, you'd get that. The middle one? Dumbasses. I don't care what you do, because I'm heading off now. Have fun bickering.
And this argument would be kind of valid if it wasn't the same exact thing for Japanese subs. The characters who share the same voice actor oftentimes sound the same too, so like, what's your point?
ほう、向かってくるのか。逃げずにこのディオに近づいてくるのか。ほうほう。では十分近づくがよ。私がこの屋敷の当主、ロズワール・エル・メイザースというわけだよ。夏木スバル君。
I think dub anime as a whole gets unnecessarily hated on for no reason, and again, it really pisses me off because it's like, I'm just trying to enjoy the show. Sorry for the long intro, I just wanted to give a little bit of an introduction to my opinions on dub as a whole and why I think most of the hate it gets is bullshit. As it says in the title, this video will technically not contain spoilers. I'm gonna be showing some heavy emotional scenes, but I won't be providing much context for this scene. I won't be spoiling any deaths or anything like that. So this video is technically still spoiler free. Okay, anyway, I apologize for the long ass intro. Let's finally get into it.
Yo ho yo ho yo ho yo ho yo 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 ビンクスの酒を届けに行くよ海風気任せ波任せ潮の向こうで夕日も騒ぐ空にゃ輪をかく鳥の歌さよなら港紬の里よどんと一丁歌を船出の歌金パ銀パをしぶきに変えて俺たちは行くぞ海の限り Oh yo 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 Gather up all of the crew, it's time to ship out Binks's crew. Sea wind blows to where who knows the waves will be our guide. Or across the ocean's tide, rays of sunshine far and wide. Birds they sing of cheerful things in circles passing by. Bid farewell to Weaver's Town, say so long to Port Renown. Sing a song, it won't be long before we're casting off. Cross the gold and silver seas, a salty spray puts us at ease. Day and night to our delight, the voyage never ends.
Brook is introduced way later into the show, and so I haven't met him in the show yet, obviously, but he's a character that I took interest in from the very beginning. I researched his character, and I've seen quite a few clips of him as well. And as soon as I found out that he was a musician, I was immediately like, okay, I'm gonna like this guy. As I said before, I have decent intuition when it comes to characters I think that I'll like. Before I even saw a single clip of Zoro, Ace, or Law, I just looked at them and thought, oh yeah, I'm gonna like all these guys. And I did. They're all some of my favorite characters in the series now. And so it's safe to assume that Brook will one day make it up there on my favorite characters list as well. Even if you don't know Brook's past, even if you don't know anything about him, you have heard this song before. I think it's really, really pretty. Something about it is just really soothing. I think the main thing with Brook is that his Japanese voice actor is just so iconic, but his English voice actor, Ian Sinclair, is amazing too. He has a really beautiful voice and he nails Brook's laugh. I think both of these voice actors are great, but I can understand why people may prefer Brook's sub voice just because it's so iconic.
Luffy, can you hear me?
Yeah?
I'm sorry for disappointing you. I know that you need nothing less than the greatest swordsman in the world. I've let you down. Please forgive me.
Okay, you can stop saying things now!
Hey, bro! I solemnly swear, from this moment forward, that I will never lose again. Until the day comes when I defeat him and take his title. I will never be defeated. Is that okay? King of the Pirates?
Yep.
ルフィ聞こえるか不安にさせたかよ俺が世界一の剣豪にくらいならないとお前が困るんだよな兄貴もう喋らねえでくれ兄貴俺は
俺はもう二度と負けねえからあいつに勝って大剣豪になる日まで絶対にもう俺は負けねえ文句あるか海賊王
Okay, so I was hesitant to put this clip in here because I was like, does it count as a spoiler? Like, I don't know. I mean, kind of. It's kind of like major to the plot. I wasn't sure about this one, so when I played it, I just cut out some of the scenes where Zoro mentions the context of the fight as to like not spoil who he's fighting or where it takes place, if that makes sense. Okay, so I've talked about this scene several times before. I really would like to go into depth on it in this video, but it's technically spoilers. All I can really say about it is that it really surprised me. It was very surprising to see Zoro crying. Everybody talks about how Zoro used to laugh a lot more before this moment, and I definitely agree. He still laughs after this fight, don't get me wrong. I hate it when people act like Zoro became stone cold and stoic after this fight, because like, no he didn't. That doesn't happen until way later. You can definitely tell that he lost at least a little bit of spirit after this moment, if that makes sense. Zoro has always been more of a serious character, but something I really like about him is the fact that he acts very realistic for a 19-year-old. Like, he's mature, knows when to be serious, but he also lets loose and acts like a kid sometimes, or at least he used to. So seeing someone like him cry like this really stabbed me in the heart. As I mentioned before, I love the fact that Zoro acts very realistic for his age, but he's still obviously uncomfortable expressing strong emotions in front of others, and so hearing Zoro being so vulnerable like this for Luffy is really something special. Again, I really hope that this scene doesn't count as like a spoiler. I really wasn't sure. I really wanted to talk about it, but I also didn't want anybody getting mad at me, so
あん時お前俺を刺したけど痛くもなかった痛えのはお前の方だったよなかわいそうによロ
You may have stabbed me, you little shit, but it didn't hurt at all. You were the one who was actually suffering back then. I just wanted to fix things for you. Law.
Holy shit, I have been waiting so fucking long to talk about this scene and these two. And by so long, I mean like 3 months. Everybody knows I love Law, but you guys know that I also love Corazon. I don't care that you don't meet him until after time skip and then I've only seen a couple scenes of him. I've seen enough, okay? I've seen everything I need to know that this guy is one of my favorite One Piece characters. Remember how this happened too. I was interested in looking up Law's past because I grew interested in his character and this video popped up and I watched it and wow. It's funny because it's like, I don't know if I regret spoiling myself for Law's past or not. Part of me is almost glad I did it because now I understand Law more, grew to like him a lot more, and met another character that I've also grown very attached to. But part of me does regret reading up about Law's past and watching this scene because I can't help but imagine what my reaction would be to seeing this scene blind, if that makes sense. This scene absolutely stabbed me in the fucking heart. I watched it in sub first and then found the dub version and teared up during both. And again, I wish I waited because I feel like if I had a lot more context before watching this video, the scene would have been a lot sadder to me. And that's why I kind of regret spoiling myself for this stuff because damn, I just can't imagine how much more impactful it would be seeing after the show already introduced you to Law and Corazon's character. These two are absolutely adorable. I love them so much. This is literally my lock screen. Wholesome as fuck. Corazon's kindness is seriously admirable. Probably one of the kindest characters I've ever seen. The fact that Corazon showed absolutely no anger towards Law for stabbing him is crazy to me. Corazon is just such a sweet character, and I really like him a lot despite not seeing much of him. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna come out and say it right now. Everybody nowadays is all wrapped up in what is a woman and if you have a dick, you're a man. Yeah, you wanna know what really makes you a man? Compassion. That's what makes a real man. And honestly, like, I'm sorry if this sounds weird, but I wish he was like my dad or my brother. I would really love to have someone like him in my family. Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta wrap this up. So yeah, I love the familial bond between these two. The way Law is with Corazon and how much he's grown to trust him to today is so great. I love it so much. Okay, so anyway, last thing I swear. I had the pleasure of actually meeting Corazon's voice actor, Ray Chase. He's absolutely incredible. You may also know him for playing Bruno Bucciarati from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure and Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. He was so nice and he is crazy talented. I feel like I really really embarrassed myself when I first met Ray though. I'm really pissed about it. I kind of want to meet him again and hope he doesn't remember me so we can have a do-over. But at the same time, I kind of hope he remembers me, but he probably won't because he meets a lot of people. I don't know. It doesn't matter. All right, let's move on to number 1.
行きたい。私も一緒に海へ連れてって。I want to live! Take me with you! Take me away from here!
This is one of the most iconic scenes from One Piece. I heard the dub version like 2 years ago, way before I heard the sub version in another YouTuber's video. This is one of those clips that I've seen even sub watchers being like, wow, this is an amazing performance.
Someday you'll see me as a burden. Someday you'll be forced to betray me and throw me away. That's what I'm most afraid of.
Oh, Robin! Oh my god, it's totally Robin.
That's definitely Robin, yeah.
For sure, Robin.
Someday you'll see me as a burden. Someday you'll be forced to betray me and throw me away.
I like Robin's VA. I think that fits.
I want to live!
Damn! God damn!
Bro, like the screech in her voice, she killed it.
So I actually don't know much of the context of this scene myself. Well, I do, kind of, but even if you don't know the context, this is still such an impactful scene. I really would like to meet Robin's voice actor and ask, like, how she did this. I mean, I know it was like 20 years ago or whatever, but I can't help but imagine what the recording process was like for this scene. Like, for me, when I'm about to do a dub voiceover and I need to prepare for an emotional scene, I'll think about something sad and try to portray that sadness in my voice. So I'm wondering if she did something similar. Regardless though, this scene is awesome and also a pretty surprising one coming from Robin, because like Zoro, she's usually rather reserved and doesn't raise her voice that much. And not to be like source, trust me bro, but I'm like 99% sure I saw a comment somewhere saying that this is a raw voice recording, and honestly, I believe it. Yeah, and I just can't believe they were able to get that crack in her voice. It's incredible. So that concludes this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making this video. I'm a dub D writer until the day I die. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a good day.